Hey everyone, it's Lauren here, and today in this video I want to do things a little bit different. One thing about me is that I absolutely love being outside, like most of us probably do. I love working outside, I love gardening, planting my perennials and my annuals in the summer months, and with spring like almost here and summer right around the corner, I'm getting really excited to start working out in my yard. But today, what I want to talk about is taking indoor plants and taking them out. Last summer, I experimented with about 10 to 12 plants and I put them out on my back porch for the summer, and the results were awesome. The way they flourished was amazing. So this year, I want to incorporate a handful of more plants and take them outside and see how they fare during the Michigan summer. And I want to see if maybe those, my cacti and such, can go out front and keep my tropical plants out back, because summer months here in Michigan are very humid, quite warm. And last year the tropical plants I put out loved it. So come on, let's go check them out. So we're going to start with the plant that was sitting right behind me in the intro of this video. Right here we have the Philodendron hope, or the Phematophyllum something or another. Anyways, I bought this last spring and it's looking a little peaked at the moment. This was the first plant I decided to put outside. I said to myself, okay, this is a massive plant. Let's put it outside for the summer so we don't have to worry about having a place indoors for it. And at the bottom here, when I put it outside, these little shoots down here, there were probably 12 of them shooting up at a time. And he did amazing. Next to it is a snake plant. I did not have the snake plant outside last year, but it is one I'm considering. I know it would do just fine. So I may or may not do that just to try to see if I can get one to flower, or if I can get it to grow a little bit more quickly, since they are slow growing plants that we typically keep inside under low light. Next, we have my Philodendron Xanadu. I paid next to nothing for this plant in a greenhouse that typically sells just perennials, annuals, and vegetables, gardening type of plants. For half the summer, I had this outside. I repotted it into this terracotta, and I'm going to put it back outside this summer because he did very well. He stuck straight up more so than he is now. He's kind of sprawling and turning yellow. I had him in a very low lit spot. I moved him out here to my front room, but he will do amazing outside again. He did so well, so no worries about this guy. He was one of the OGs that sat on my back porch. This is my grafted willow tree I got for my birthday, and this is actually an outdoor plant, I believe. So this will be going outside regardless and getting planted into the ground. Not sure where I want to put him yet. I'm thinking my front yard, but if I can find a beautiful spot in my backyard, I will do so. All right, then the massive Monstera deliciosa. Now, not this specific one. I have one in my den. That's probably the one I'm going to put outside. This one last summer I kept in the house actually, and the other one went outside. So I might swap them out, or I might just stick to the one that I originally put outside, because he did awesome. New leaves were coming out once a week, not even kidding, and he loved it. I just watered him down with the hose. That's how I water all the outdoor plants. I'll just literally spray my porch off with the hose, and they all did really well. Now right here is a plant that I love and hate. This is a false galaxy Aralia, and I actually put this outside last summer to die. And it said, no, Lauren, screw you, I'm gonna thrive. And it loved it outside. Now you can see inside, and with the winter, he's got some crispy bits, and I can't get the watering exactly right, but when he was outside, he surprised me. and gave me a big FU and said, I'm gonna live and you're gonna keep me, and I did. So, and now real quick, I just wanna touch on this right here. I have some succulent arrangements and some cacti. I think I'm gonna put them out right here on my front porch since it is south facing and give them some really good bright light this summer and see how they do. Now, lastly, in my front room, I have this Schefflera. Now, this plant came from cuttings completely from my mother's Schefflera plant. And I had it going for about a year and a half, 2 years, and it was rooted up and doing fine, but it was not thriving. I put it outside last summer on the front porch. It was one of the only foliage plants I had out on the front porch, and it took off. I cut it back not that long ago, like right down here. I cut this big stalk off, and we got new babies coming up. And here I removed some leaves and stuff, so some new babies are coming up as well. And he's going back out on the front porch, I think, because he loved it so much and started thriving for me. And that was so exciting because this plant was literally looking cruddy. And this is a special plant for sentimental reasons, so I refuse to throw it away. So that's that. And then here is my ever so lovely avocado tree. And this has lived its whole life inside. It's about a year old, give or take. And this summer I'm gonna put it outside. So all you avocado people who grow these avocado trees, let me know where the best place outside to put it. I mean, they grow outside, they fruit outside. I'm gonna put it outside. I want to get this thing to fruit eventually. I know it's gonna be years before that happens, but I'm gonna do it. That's my goal. All right, folks. Now we are in my kitchen dining room and the ever infamous mischievous cat Houdini. And you don't see him much because he's old and he keeps to himself. And he is the best cat ever. This is Chopper. Right, Chopper? And then you have Mr. Crazy Pants. Anyways, back to the plants. Now, both of these pothos, these are golden pothos, they lived the first couple months of their life outside. These were both propagations. This one was a brand new start, and this one was kind of an established plant with cuttings placed into it. Both of them were placed outside last summer and took off. This one currently sits in my bathroom, and this one sits in the den that doesn't get much light. You can kind of tell his leaves are kind of looking chlorotic, and you think that would be from too much light, but he's just looking a little sad. He needs some extra light, and I think I may put him back outside this summer. If not, I might just propagate his trailing bits, put him in a completely different pot, and start a new plant. Give it to a friend. I don't know. Just add some tropical trailing appeal to the porch. And now, back here, this is a parlor palm. Never experimented with this outdoors, but I know it'll do fine. It will definitely do a lot better than it has being in my home. So I think this summer weather will do wonders for him. And then up here, no babies. All right. Here is a colocasia, an elephant ear plant, and I've kept him in the house all winter, which may or may not have been the best idea. You can remove the bulbs and store them until the next season. I decided to be lazy and just bring it in. Plus, I started this plant very late in the summer season, so that probably did not help. But I planted the bulb last summer, kept this outside, put it in a pot intentionally so I could bring it back in, and I'm going to hope and cross my fingers that he still thrives this coming summer for an indoor plant, but you live, you learn. In the actual kitchen, part of my kitchen, I have like a propagation station up here. I have some sunflowers growing. My daughter planted those. She's super excited to watch them grow. It's really fun. So those are gonna get planted outside. And then here, I have an experiment for another video. And this is lemon seeds. I'm probably gonna put this outside because lemon trees grow outside. So yeah, I'll give you updates on this for sure. Now into the den we go. First things first. This is my Monstera Adansonii. And I got this last summer. I think I'm going to put her outside on the front porch. She has mealybugs, or has had mealybugs a couple times. And I have given her treatment after treatment after treatment. I'm hoping and wondering if just being outside will eradicate that. So I am going to try it. I have cut a lot off of this plant. These trails are so long if I were to take them off this little makeshift trellis thing. But hopefully the natural elements can eradicate the nasty mealybugs, and maybe she will begin to thrive, because when I first got her, she was lush and amazing and everything I could have asked for. She was a very full plant. And this is one plant that I cannot conquer the mealybugs. This specific one. I have other Adansonii in my house. The wider leaf form and propagations I've took from here, and those ones are fine. However, she can't seem to beat it. I wonder if it's the soil. I don't know. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Now I have like the succulent up there. Might put that outside. Don't know. Lastly, don't mind the toy box and the wipes. My apologies. This is real life, people. So this is the Monstera that was outside last summer. Speaking of that awful, lovely, awful cat, I have this plant fell over recently and 2 stalks got ripped off, knocked off. So maybe this one will be the one I put out to kind of combat that, because the elements outside I think are more optimal for it to grow and push out new growth, because where the stalks broke off are kind of where the new growth points come out. So thanks, Houdini. You're really good at destroying my plants. Now we are in my plant room. There's not much in here that I plan to take out. I have this Alocasia purple sword, or the name starts with an L. I might put it on the bottom of the screen for you if I remember. I'm kind of bad about that kind of thing when editing, though. I'm not gonna lie. This may or may not go outside. Haven't decided. I think the humidity would do it well, and the maybe, you know, actual rainwater and the outdoor elements I think would do well for this plant. And lastly, something I've never experimented with before are Boston ferns. I got this at Aldi for $6.99. I wish I would have got more. I've had it about a month now. So far, so good. He's still alive. I'm not big on ferns, but I think just to add that element to my front porch, I'm going to acquire a few of these to hang out there. And of course I will keep them and bring them in and keep them as long as they live, so I can use them the following year. And the very last plant. Here is my bromeliad. Now let me move my watering can. I don't know a whole lot about them. My brother got this for me, so I'm going to love it and try and keep it alive. There are 3 different pups growing in there. It is my understanding that when this flower dies off, you plant the pups and the existing plant kind of goes away. Huh? Right? I'm going to put that outside in probably quite bright light. Quite bright of light. So that will be the last plant that I am going to take outdoors to create my little oasis. So guys, that's it for this video. I have my sidekick with me. This is my dog Kiefer. So now you've seen or met all my animals today in one video. But I want to thank you guys for watching. If you stuck it out to the end, thank you. Let me know what you think. What do you think about the plants I chose? Are there certain plants that you like to put outside each summer? Or depending where you live, are there indoor plants that you keep outside all year round? I'd love to hear about it, and I'd like to know your feedback. So let me know in the comments down below. And I just want to give all my subscribers a huge heart. I love you guys. Thanks for coming back every time I post a video. It's awesome. You guys make me feel awesome. So thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. And maybe Kiefer will join me. It's my big love, my first baby. Yeah. Love you too. See you guys. Someone walking down the road. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? It's okay. I was just kidding. You don't mess around. He's nice though. Gentle giant. But if you come in trying to get something you're not supposed to get, he get you. Huh.